We're Angelo and Ilsa, theater owners from Western New York, forced out of business by the global happenings of 2020. We moved our family into a 15-year-old shuttle bus and made it our tiny off-grid home on wheels. Subscribe and join us and the Inspire Engine on our journey. This would be so pretty in the fall. We gotta do it again. I want to take the Natchez Trace multiple times, different times of year. I want to come back when Meriwether Lewis Campground is open. That's totally screwing up my plans of this day that's not open.
You know, it's so sad.
What?
It's so sad that it's not open still.
Well, it's like, let's close the outdoors because of COVID. Come on. Really?
If people spread out, that's the best way to do it.
Don't let people sleep in nature because of COVID. Make them go back to their crowded cities and houses.
Still learning how to use this camera. It's the Fimi Palm. It's a less expensive version of the DJI. I forget what it's called.
It's so pretty. We didn't get any of
Gimbal
this
camera.
landscape footage because we were in the dark.
Oh, I'm getting it now.
Oh, you are?
Oh yeah. Wanna see?
You know what else? The speed limit is 40 through here. I wonder when it goes up to 50.
Pretty quick.
Which is where it's all curvy. It's 40.
Yeah.
I'm so relieved. I feel like we've come home getting on this road. It's like my happy place. Are you filming right now?
Yes.
That's
Not really.
so check this out. Look at there's some damage from the storm.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, missed it, but also just look how beautiful it is here. That's like one of the only buildings that we'll see on the entire trace. Otherwise, it's just nature. All nature.
Leapers Forest District. If we would have taken this route, it's like a week ago, I think. Maybe it's 2 weeks now. There were all the storms.
Oh yeah,
They probably closed it for a period of time.
maybe.
There is still a section that's closed up near the end, the other side. Because of storm damage. So one thing that makes me scared camping in the woods is after a storm. Because the trees can get weak and broken. Got branches or fall over on you. Life is terrifying. Everything is terrifying.
It is.
This monument memorializes War of 1812 soldiers buried along the old Natchez Trace, and it honors the service of all brave volunteers who marched on the Natchez Trace during the War of 1812 to help establish American independence. The Natchez Trace served as an important route to move troops for the defense of the Gulf Coast region. Tennessee Volunteer Cavalry under leadership of Andrew Jackson marched down the Natchez Trace to Natchez in January 1813. General Jackson marched with his soldiers on their return April 1813. Soldier detachments under Jackson's command again marched on the Natchez Trace in 1814, and following the victory at the Battle of New Orleans, most of the Americans who fought the battle returned on the trace. Volunteers marched hundreds of miles, often in severe weather with little food and inadequate equipment. Natchez Trace inns served as hospitals. Soldiers who did not survive the marches are buried in unmarked graves along the trace. On General Jackson's return near this point, he proclaimed his view of the significance of the victory earned by the soldiers' sacrifices. Our rights will henceforth be respected. Tennessee State Society, United States Daughters of 1812. On the bicentennial, June 16, 2012. I think that's when they erected this, in 2012.
that, everybody?
3 miles. Make a U-turn.
Check engine light.
We got all that work done on the bus. Now I'm feeling like this thing's a big old money pit. You just sit there looking like Eeyore, like your tail fell off.
Oh, bother.
Okay, so our check engine light came on. We were parked at Meriwether Lewis campground. The campground was closed, so we couldn't stay there. So we're trying to go 192 more miles down the Natchez Trace to stay at Jeff Gillespie campground. But we don't know the source of this check engine light. Could be because the fuel was a little overfilled, or it could be the engine's misfiring. It feels okay at the moment, but we really want to have it looked at and check the codes and find out what kind of trouble we're in right now. That back door's closed, right?
Yes.
Okay. So like I'm feeling like the ominous things, and Garmin is going, make a U-turn, make a U-turn. Like it's telling us to turn around. Like it's trying to, you know, divine intervention is telling us to go back and just stay at the closed campground even if they're closed. I mean, if the police came, we would just be like, listen, right as we were heading out, our check engine light came on and we're nervous to drive at night. This is not the road to like just break down on. There's no shoulder, there's no place to pull over.
And there's no service.
cell service. So
Thanks.
we're living on the edge, yo. We're gonna try to hit the Advanced Auto Parts store and have them run a diagnostic and see what comes up.
I have it going. It says that we are 29 minutes.
So we can stay on the trace for a bit, or do I have to get off?
It's not telling us to get off the trace.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, it is in 0.7 miles.
I hate getting off the trace. I like the trace. I also really want to drive gentle and slow right now.
Yeah.
I sort of want to just ignore the check engine light. Oops, I just missed the turn to go.
Oops.
Did I miss it?
Yep, you did.
Oh, is it going to reroute us to a new thing?
Continue on Natchez Trace further for 11 miles.
11 miles?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not like we can
Yeah, but now it's 54 minutes to our destination.
Oh. Wait, is it to a new Advanced Auto Parts though?
No, no, it's
We're going to go way around
There's
to
one.
get to it?
Should I try to find another one?
Yeah.
All right.
There's another one.
Goodbye, everybody.
So he's plugging in to find out what code comes up.
It's got 2 in here. It's like all it is just exhaust gas recirculation flow insufficient to flow.
So it's because we deleted the EGR.
Yep. Looks like that's all it is.
So you think we're good to go? We're good to safe to drive.
Yeah, if you deleted the EGR, it's just not reading what it's supposed to. Bring it up. Should be good.
Okay.
Okay. This is a face of relief. Okay, so we can get back on the road, and if the check engine light comes on, we won't panic as much. We'll still get it checked to make sure it's just the EGR. Alright.
We're back.
We're back.
Not in the same place.
Do you know what happened? Do you know what just happened? You see this little light here on the dash? That little light?
Little orange light, looks like
That
a little
yellow
engine.
thing?
I don't see it. Everybody else can
See where
Right
mom
by
is?
my finger, right under my
Get
finger.
closer if you need to.
See there's a little light glowing in there?
That's a check
see
engine
one.
light. Sure.
Steve's in the double the toilet.
Okay. That's a check engine light.
Can you see
When
it now?
that light, you can see it now.
Look at Katya, you gotta see.
She's more interested in them.
See this little light in there?
Okay.
That little yellow, right here, this little yellow
Yeah.
light?
The orange.
When that
Orange,
comes
yeah.
on, the car is telling you, something's wrong. Like something isn't right in the car.
Oh,
So we had to race like the wind to get here. We came to O'Reilly's this time. So now we've experienced all of the auto stores in one way or another.
Advanced Auto Parts, AutoZone, and O'Reilly's.
Yeah.
And again, comment below. Nothing political, please. Comment below. What's your favorite auto parts store? Advanced, O'Reilly's, for AutoZone, or is there
Well,
one that we're not thinking of?
The
that
thing
you'd
is, they
like?
all seem to do the same stuff. Like, we were looking who can do a scan, who will do a free scan to see why the check engine light is on. Because if it's something minor, some emissions thing, okay, we'll keep driving. If it's something massive and scary that could be dangerous, like something's misfiring, then we would have wanted to stay put for the night and find a mechanic in the morning to take a look at it. So because we deleted the EGR valve because we drive the 6-liter, and it is better to take that off. I don't know how legal that is
It's legal. We deleted the EGR, and I'm pretty sure it's legal.
I mean, mechanics are willing to do it, and it's recommended. You know, they call it bulletproofing, which includes a lot more than what we actually did to the engine, but we did what we thought was necessary to kind of be proactive about any possible problems that could come up.
It takes a 200,000 mile engine, they say, and it turns into a 500,000 mile engine.
Yeah, supposedly. So we just thought it would be some security for all the miles we're putting on the bus. Anyway, so he ran the codes here, and it came up as an EGR malfunction, because how he explained it was it's looking for
What the EGR does, and it
doing,
wasn't, and it's like, oh, we're not finding that. The computer on the bus wasn't finding the EGR.
So it took 868 miles for that to happen. So anyway, I'm relieved. We had to leave the Natchez Trace though and come we're in Florence, Alabama at O'Reilly's, and the guy that helped us out, he's really cool. I think his name was DJ, it said on his tag. He's a race car driver, seems super knowledgeable about vehicles. And
really cool guy.
yeah, I just feel like we're meeting all these really interesting characters everywhere we go, and have these really fun little mini conversations that aren't just pleasantries. Like, we're talking about cool stuff right away. Like, he told us about, you know, his life, and if he got in a wreck in his race car, he'd want to die because he doesn't want to come back with no legs. Like, it's fun, the things that people say to someone you literally just met. That happens to us a lot. Yeah.
So he said come back anytime. He works here 6 days a week.
Yeah.
And we take the Trace a lot now. Although I'm starting to not like the Trace so much anymore.